Daniel E.K. was born on 21st February 1983. He grew up in Ragsved, Stockholm, Sweden. His father left the family, leaving Daniel and his younger brother Felix to be raised by their mother Elisabet and stepfather Hasse. Daniel's love for music stemmed from the seed sown from his family itself. His grandmother was an opera singer and grandfather was a jazz pianist. He already could play the Swedish nursery rhyme Lilla snigel at the tender age of 4. His love and involvement for music intensified when in secondary school he was allowed to combine two of his favorite subjects, music and technology. Taking advantage of this opportunity, he installed the internet in the Oasen youth club and started his first business, web design. Daniel would charge $100 for his first client, double his fees for the next client, and continued like this until the business grew so much that he eventually started charging as high as $5,000. To satisfy the increasing demand for his skills, he hired the students from his class by bribing them with video games to work on websites from the school's computer lab. His team soon grew up to 25 and his monthly earnings to a whopping $50,000. At age 16, he was earning more than his mechanic father just from designing websites for local companies. In pursuit of a career in technology, Daniel tried to get hired at Google, but he was rejected because he didn't have a diploma. Undaunted, he tried to create his search engine, but his attempt was unsuccessful. After graduating from high school, Daniel did a brief 8-week stint studying engineering at KTH Royal Institute of Technology. The college was too boring for Daniel. He dropped out in his first year. Daniel later worked in several companies including eBay and Stockholm. In 2006, Daniel started another company, Advertigo, an online advertising company. Daniel sold Advertigo to Trade Doubler in 2006. He became the CEO of uTorrent, working with uTorrent founder Ludwig Striges in December 2007 when uTorrent was sold to BitTorrent. The sale of Advertigo and his previous work made E.K. wealthy enough that he decided to retire at age 23. At age 29, Daniel had everything a young man could dream of: a fat bank account, a Ferrari car, a 3-room apartment in central Stockholm. The satisfaction led him into depression, and soon he sold his apartment and car and moved to a secluded cabin long way from town. There in isolation, Daniel incubated an idea. He contacted Martin Lorentzon, an IT nerd with whom he co-founded Spotify, an app that allows the user to listen to any music in the world at the cost of short advertisements in between. In October 2008, the company officially launched Spotify. At first, Spotify ran on a peer-to-peer distribution model, but switched to a server-client model in 2014. Daniel serves as CEO of Spotify. Daniel used his old-school trick to hire young graduates from KTH Royal Institute of Technology to work on Spotify. The team first worked in a small office in Riddargatan in Östermalm, Stockholm, before its official launch in 2008. Spotify received a huge positive response from all over Sweden. The company targeted one country at a time, a pace that helped them to focus on a particular region completely to provide better quality and huge playlist. Spotify's business model contrasted from other streaming services because it did not charge users for song downloads. Rather, it offered users free music if they were willing to view or listen to the advertising. Customers can choose to opt into a monthly payment between $5 to $15 to avoid advertisement or continue to enjoy free streaming with ads. It was an undeniable case of innovation that was widely regarded as crazy. Imagine millions of songs available for free with affordable prices for the premium plan, the possibility of sharing playlists with your friends and colleagues with 24-hour access, and more. It was a good initiative. Daniel and Martin joined resources to make it happen. Two genius minds who didn't care much for the money were looking for something that would give them another, less material kind of satisfaction. Daniel's early entrepreneurial days equipped him with the necessary leadership, patience, and skills to set off to the record labels on his odyssey. They also managed to convince other great minds to join the project as investors or in other roles. In 2008, after 2 years of trying to develop the service and convince notable record labels and artists to allow their music to be streamed on Spotify, Daniel launched the platform to European users. Owing to the difficulty in obtaining international license for music, it took over 2 more years for Spotify to finally launch in the US, where the company continued to face roadblocks, including boycotts from high-profile musicians such as Taylor Swift, alongside issues with major record labels and new competitors such as iPhone maker Apple. In October 2015, Spotify co-founder Martin Lorenzon announced he will be stepping down as chairman and Daniel will be taking over alongside his current role as CEO. As of April 2019, Spotify has a customer base of 217 million active users in more than 58 countries and has raised more than $2.5 billion from funding. Today, Spotify has not ceased growing. This is due to its leadership model of unwavering commitment to innovation and proactivity. Spotify is now being studied in business schools, and the application has become a product in common use by people of all ages. In 2017, Daniel Ek was named as the most powerful person in the music industry by Billboard. In 2016, Daniel married his longtime partner, a TV actress and 3 years senior to Daniel, Sophia Lavender, at Lake Como. Bruno Mars was invited to perform and Chris Rock officiated. Daniel invited numerous guests including Mark Zuckerberg. Daniel and his wife have 2 children together. Daniel is also keenly engaged in charity. He has donated 1 million Swedish krona for Charity Water, an organization dedicated to providing safe and clean water to 800 million people living without it. As of 2016, it was reported that Daniel owns approximately $825 million of Spotify, but it was valued at $8 billion. Spotify has since been valued at $16 billion, which would put Daniel's share at a staggering $1.6 billion. Thank you very much for watching our videos. We'd like to give you another interesting video for you to enjoy next. But before then, our team will be very happy if you can like this video and share it with your friends on social media. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe so you won't miss other interesting videos like this. Look at your screen now to see 2 other interesting videos we handpicked for you to enjoy next. We love you.